Yeah! Thermacell. Killing the mosquito. Oh.
Hope you enjoyed that.
I'm guessing that was the Disney
special Friday air horn opening.
Disney animated features opening. I think I'm broken now. I don't know.
Yeah, it was the Disney opening.
We might have to stop the show. We have to just shut it down. It's not going to get any better
just
than
end
that.
it right there. Just walk away.
And then they go out with such a little meager, like beep, 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 like that boat air horn. You know, the one you keep on the boat when someone's off the side.
Right.
Oh man, welcome in Free for All Friday. Thank you guys for joining us. Had a great week on the program. Monday was an awesome show. Obviously Wednesday, again, thank you to Braden for joining us. And that brings us to Friday. We're going to send you off into the weekend. Hopefully have some fun. So get in the comments. Call in. You see the link here on the bottom. And let's have a good time. Tyler, how are you doing on this Friday evening?
I'm doing good. I'm here. I'm like Ronnie said, see that link, call in, say whatever you want, say as little as you want, say as much as you want. Whatever it is, man. You want to say something, call us in. We'll let you on and talk whatever.
I know we already had some pregame action. Jaime coming in with the tailgate.
There we go.
Awesome hug connection. And
I'm guessing that means that Bailey and Sasha Banks must have done something on SmackDown.
Then a friend of the program, Dan Vasquez, coming into. I think we all need some air horns in our lives. Yes, we do. Air horn for life.
You can never have too much.
Air horn for life. That is what's up.
I'm hoping I can find some like symphonic air horn things in the future. You know, that would be play that to start the show. Exactly.
We get some big overture. Looks like we got a caller coming in on the line, but they're getting situated with the camera, so we'll check back in with that. But hopefully, as always, you guys are safe. I'm looking forward to the weekend as much as Tyler and I are. I still have to work tomorrow, but it is what it is. I'm still working, so
Sure.
Happy to be doing that.
Sure.
Let's see. It looks like we may have a resolution to the camera situation there, so let's go ahead and check in on the Jupiter Records and Tapes Celebrity Hotline. Jupiter Records and Tapes, 3610 University Avenue. City Heights home for completely antiquated music formats. Now let's add in John and Tanaya to the program. How are you doing?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Happy Friday, guys!
Happy Friday!
Happy Friday to y'all. Hope y'all having a good time.
Cheers!
Cheers!
I literally just got off work like a half of a second ago, so gotta enjoy a little libation really quick. Came up here to meet up with John and have a drink. I did want to show you guys though from where we are, and I'll turn the camera around so you can see what's going on down here. As you know, there's been a bit of a protest, and we are in the prime spot here in East Village. Let me see if I can show you. This right here is the police station. So this is where protests have been starting and ending. And yesterday there was a really amazing one. I would say
2,000 people.
Yeah, 2,000 people came down here, met down here, marched all the way up to North Park,
right?
And
Yeah.
marched all the way back. Yeah. It was a really amazing sight to see. I wasn't participant of it because I had to work, but
They were very non-destructive.
it was amazing. Yeah, they were very peaceful, and they went all the way up there, came all the way back, and all of the videos and everything I've seen has been cool. But it's actually really interesting to see all of this so up close.
It's kind of like you're part of it.
Yeah.
It's definitely like you're part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
and
you're
for
right.
those that don't know the entire picture, the building that Tanaya, works at, manages there is right. That is the building. So that is where the police station is, and that's the proximity there. So the protests have been going by there pretty consistently since this whole thing has kind of kicked off. So good to
Police
hear
have been
that it's
really
been,
amazing.
mostly reasonable. All power to the protesters. I'm glad you guys are out there. Keep it up. Just be safe. Police also be safe. You want to get home to your families. Let's no one go crazy. We're just trying to, see some positive outcome to this whole thing. Tyler, I didn't want to cut you off. I just want to give the background on sort of the geography there of where tonight's at.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I was just going to say, so you're kind of right by where Bo, one of the main guys from the Quarantine Network is, because he's been filming from their apartment every night, kind of the protests going on in that area. So
They're literally a block away from us.
okay, gotcha.
Whenever he's filming, you can actually see my building like in his shots when he goes to the right. We're right there.
Okay, gotcha.
So
Nice.
we're both in the midst of it.
Nice.
It was a little shocking at first because I didn't know what to expect. Like on Sunday is when the protest started. I wasn't really sure what to expect, and around 9:30 in the morning on Sunday, they all came in and just started walking from the green down. Shady, making an entrance.
Shady, check it in on the Celebrity Hotline.
Aww.
You're on TV, man. Say something. Come on. All right, whatever. Camera shy. I get it. All right, I'll let you go.
You got to pay him to get some comments.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely
He
been a
doesn't do any
historical-
social stuff for free. I get that. He's got to protect his brand.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
He can't be too talkative.
No, exactly.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But hope you guys are safe, having a good time. I'll let you go for now. But I'll see Tanaya soon. I'll see you, John, soon as well, I'm sure. But like I said, everyone be safe down there, and hoping for another good and productive and safe, most of all, protests. And as always, suck it, looters. Anyone that's there for that, just go home. Don't even show up.
I got a paintball gun for looters.
There we go. Perfect.
All right. So John is ready with the paintball gun. So don't mess around.
All right,
All
bye
right, you
guys.
guys. Have a
Bye.
good night.
Thank you, guys.
Checking in on the Celebrity Hotline there.
Nice.
We got some grilling going on in the backyard. I was unable to coordinate the grill cam. We'll do that Sunday. Although if you look at the link on the screen, you can get to the grill cam. Just saying, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I'm just throwing it out there, grill cam.
The in-studio audience clapping back at Ronnie.
Yeah, I know. When the audience turns on you, it's not good. That's why we don't do this in front of a live audience.
Right?
Okay. Well, we had to. Let's start off with some good news here in the sports world. NBA is back. They have laid out the plan.
Mhm.
The union has come to terms with what the owners laid out. It wasn't nearly as contentious as the whole baseball thing has been because of the huge money divide there in the baseball world. But they are going to get back into a training camp, and then they are going to send all the teams that are still in contention down to Orlando, where they were all playing one location. I think they're going to do a couple weeks maybe of, I guess, sort of regular season / kind of play-in games. And I know a lot of that has to do with the regional sports networks getting their 70 games to fulfill the contracts.
Right.
But it looks like it is going to go on, and I believe July 31st is going to be the first day when they really get it going. So I'm pretty excited. We've been making the most of it here, sort of what we have now in live meaningful games in the sports world, or races or events in case of UFC, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But Tyler, just kind of, how are you feeling about this? Are you looking forward to it? I know it's going to push things into, let's say, even if MLB manages to get it together, we could be looking at a scenario where you have NFL, NBA, NHL, and baseball all going on at the same time, which could get a little hectic. I mean, good for the fans, but baseball might be troublesome for them having to compete with some of that stuff because they're going to be going against playoffs. And then obviously the NFL is pretty much the king of TV sports in America. So I just kind of wanted to get your feelings on the announcement that was made and what you think it's going to look like maybe.
So I'm 100% okay with having that problem of, oh my God, there's too many sports on TV right now. Like bring that on. I will take that any day. But yeah, like you said, the NBA, the league passed the vote.
The House of Mouse. Sorry, Jaime coming in.
The NBA did pass that vote 29-1 in approval of the 22-team format. The one vote against it was the Blazers, which I thought was funny, but then it kind of came out later like, no, we wanted 20 teams rather than 22, which I mean, I guess I get, fine, whatever. They're not necessarily against playing again. It was just they wanted fewer teams. And then today the Players Association agreed to the proposal. So yeah, like you said, July 31st they're coming back. One thing that I saw that I thought was pretty funny. Obviously, everybody's going to be, you're going to have, I think I saw the number was like 1,600 people confined to the Disney World Resort, which that's actually part of the reason why we got the air horn intro that we did was Disney. But today the Players Association did stress for the players, like you have to stay on the resort, which I'm like, how long is it going to be until somebody gets out and goes to a club in Orlando? Like,
good luck. Godspeed, Adam Silver. Good luck with that.
Which, I mean, that could lead to a problem. See how strict the NBA is with this on, like, hey, like if you are caught getting off the property, potentially bringing COVID whatever back in, like, are they gonna like kick that person out of the league and say like you're done for the year? Like, I'm curious to see where that goes. I mean, there's plenty of time for them to discuss that. The July 31st is still over a month and a half away. So. But I mean, again, it's a good step. I'm really excited to see the NBA come back, and it'll be. I mean, my Kings are still technically in it. I'm not thrilled about it. But who knows? It might happen. Who knows? But what are your thoughts on it?
Well, just kind of going back to what you said, I think it would be funny. Like, say we get to a playoff scenario, and one of the lower seeds is just they're down 3-0. They clearly have no chance. And a bunch of the team goes out and parties, and then they get kicked out of coming back. Then what happens? Like, we don't have enough players, or you're going to see some bench players in there. Emergency call up from the G League. I don't know, but would be funny to see that happen. We don't know, logistically how anything is really going to work until they do it. But they have a plan. They're trying to keep the players safe. There's going to be probably temperature checks. They're going to try to keep guys, like you said, within their own company, sort of, not exposed to other people, outsiders, and things like that. But it's going to be interesting. But hey, it's the best we got right now. So I just want to see it. Whatever you got to do, and even they realize probably, look, some of this stuff. It may work, it may not work, but this is the best we got right now, and both sides come to agreement. So hey, let's see what happens. Like we'd be deep into playoffs right now. So if we get a chance to actually have a champion of some kind there, then bring it on. I'm in.
I do also want to bring this up because I did see something online about this that. Being that they're, the official 22 teams going in and, 8 teams aren't going to be in there, that officially means that we did unfortunately see the final game of Vince Carter as he was with Atlanta.
Insanity.
Which there's that guy was just so awesome to watch. And it's unfortunate that he kind of had to go out, with a bit of a whimper with, the season, his season being cut short. On a team that didn't make the playoffs, but I just did want to mention that because Vince Carter, that dude was absolutely unreal.
And yeah, I mean, the only NBA player to play in 3 decades, which is insane. Played for the Olympic team, never had a chance to win a title, but just a guy clearly that loves basketball, or else he wouldn't have signed with the Hawks at the tail end. He would have glommed on to like one of these super teams.
Hey, he's with the Kings a couple of years ago, so
yeah. I mean, he just likes to play, and he could still dunk. By the way, at age 40, whatever. I mean, he will dunk all over your life still. So, shout out to Vince Carter. Sucks to see him go out that way, but
what a career!
It's just great career. I would say certainly a Hall of Fame career as far as the criteria for basketball Hall of Fame, and just seems like a good dude. So, shout out to Vince Carter. Again, unfortunately, it ended this way, but, awesome career. Yep. And Malachi showing support for your Kings. Let's go, Vlade Divac. Oh, man. Shout out, Vlade. not getting what did he say about not getting dude on the Mavericks? I'm spacing out on his name.
Luka Doncic.
Yeah, because he hated his dad. He's like, yeah, his dad was kind of an idiot, so that's why we didn't draft him.
Yeah, that's great. That's why the Kings haven't made the playoffs, and
that's the forward thinking you've come to expect from these Sacramento Kings, ladies and gentlemen. And Vince Carter forever. Of course, I echo that sentiment as well. Jaime. Did want to introduce a new segment to the show. I know there's been a lot going on. Well, obviously just in real life as far as the protests. We already spoke with John and Tanai about it. They're kind of right there as far as like the hub right now in San Diego because they're near the police station as far as the activity for that. And I'm sure most of you saw that Drew Brees. Oh man, Drew Brees, just totally missing the point. But got a new segment for you guys. A lot of people in the media or athletes will make some regrettable comments from time to time, and we will bring those to you in a segment that we like to call "Walking It Back," as they, tail between their legs, try to apologize. So let's open that up for you. Yeah, walking it back. Just stepping away from that one. So for those of you that maybe haven't seen it or maybe didn't see the clip, Drew Brees actually was in an interview with Yahoo Finance. The interviewer brought up, there's a good likelihood that we might see, again, the kneeling protest during the anthem again this year because of everything that's going on. And Drew Brees totally just whiffed on the entire point of it. And, I'll just play the clip for you so we can get that out of the way.
And now it's coming back to the fore. And a lot of people expect that we will see players kneeling again even when the NFL season starts. I'm curious how you think the NFL will and should respond to that. And, of course, you're such a leader in the league. What is your responsibility as a leader in times like this for the rest of your teammates and players in the league?
Well, I will never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States of America or our country.
So clearly the question had nothing to do with protesting the flag itself. Drew Brees just kind of went up on that mountain and maybe died on that mountain a little bit by taking that stance, which was met with a universal backlash, which we'll get into a little bit. I think we got a caller here on the Tito Auto Body and Used Tires Celebrity Hotline. Tito Auto Body and Used Tires, 3581 University Avenue. Tito Auto Body and Used Tires, where you do not pick up your car until you pay for it, and that is the Tito's Guarantee. We welcome into the program Mr. Dick Gazzina, calling in, I believe, from parts unknown in Northern California. Richard, how are we doing this evening?
Hey, Quarantine Kings, Tyler and Ronnie, huge fan, first time, long time. Love what you guys are doing. I just wanted to chime in on this Friday free-for-all. The whole Drew Brees thing, I heard it kind of before I got on right now. Kind of bad PR on his part. I kind of missed the first half of what you were saying, but definitely a backlash. I mean, if you're one of the players, do you accept the apology or no?
I think it's gonna take a while. I mean, and let's face facts. The NFL, you're dealing with a league that is probably, I would say, 65-70% African American.
Yeah.
And where someone that's as prominent as Drew Brees is just kind of so tone deaf to sort of what's actually going on by his interpretation of that question. It's going to be tough, for him to sort of rebound from that. I know, actually I have a couple other clips. I'm not sure about the video quality on this one, and some of you may have seen it. Let me see if it got in here. But Malcolm Jenkins, who's currently on his team, I don't have the video actually, didn't make it in there, but he basically was, just saying, I lost a lot of respect for you. You're not really getting any of the context of what's going on. Yeah. And he capped it off with a saying that's actually appropriate, in a lot of different situations. That is, and I quote, "Sometimes you just need to shut the fuck up. Just don't say anything." That is a lesson, beyond just this situation, but a lot of people could, need to hear that. But, a lot of his teammates and, other players around the league are going to have a hard time accepting, he's apologized a couple times. As we said, he's walking it back, our new segment here on the show. Tyler, I wanted to kind of get your thoughts. We have a clip here also from the Chief of Staff of the Miami Hurricanes that I will play for you in just a second. But Tyler, what were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's just, again,
Read the room is sort of my thing. Like, read the room.
It is read the room, but it's also, and it's a sentiment that I've seen that's kind of gone, when Kaepernick first started the whole, kneeling in protest of police brutality, for the first couple weeks, it seemed like everybody understood that's what he was kneeling about. And then somewhere along the line, it got twisted to where he's protesting the flag, he's protesting the troops. I don't know when and how that happened. And that's just kind of like,
it was never that. It was never that.
Right. It was never about that. Yeah. It was always about, about the police brutality in America, which obviously has been a longstanding problem. And, it's fine that, Drew Brees talked about, his belief that, I'll always stand for the flag, whatever. But like you said, read the room and definitely understand the context of what you're answering. I think, you made a good point is he just kind of completely whiffed on what the question even was about. And it really opened up a huge can of worms.
Yeah, and especially now with the internet. I mean, that video, whether it, Yahoo Finance or whatever platform it was on, try to remove it. I mean, someone has a screen grab of it, and that's really not going to go anywhere.
I did.
Yeah.
That's where I get all my videos.
Last thing before I let you guys go, the NBA is back. I'm not sure if you guys touched on that.
We did. Yeah.
I wrote a piece about it. I was saying that the so-called asterisk that's going to be on this champion, because it's going to happen. The 99 Spurs had it. The 2012 Miami Heat had it. I think it's a good thing. I think, especially considering baseball just keeps shitting on themselves and can't figure it out, and basketball being the first real pro sport back, I think it's going to be a good thing. And then who knows whether it's the Lakers, the Bucks, Clippers, I'm not sure. But I'll leave you guys on that. Great show. Go Quarantine Kings. Tyler and Ronnie, you guys kick ass. I'm out.
Thank you. Thank
Richard,
you,
a.k.a. Dick, a.k.a. Will. Check out Galvez Gage on sports, and also check out what's on the menu. I've been having a really fun time watching that daily video blog that Will's been doing, friend of the program, Will.
So disappointed the mustache is gone, though.
Yeah, we got to get back to real life sometime. I got a haircut. Sorry, I want to disappoint the fans, but there it is. I did want to mention, because we teased it, there was some reaction. Again, I wasn't able to get the Malcolm Jenkins video in time here to play it, but it was pretty, emotional and heartfelt. And I think he echoed what a lot of players were saying. And then, we got former players, including the chief of staff of the Miami Hurricanes football team, one Mr. Ed Reed, who is, by the way, totally not homeless.
I'm going to just get straight to it. I see Drew Brees trying to do his part in keeping black folk down. You're a straight sucker for that shit, Drew Brees. We all got kids, so I'm going to try to mind what I say right now. Drew Brees, you're a straight sucker, man. You're a sucker for that, bro. Why you think all these young people out here protesting? Why you think they out here protesting? The looting, I can see you speaking on the looting and saying that's bad, you don't support that. But why you think all these young people out here protesting? I really ain't got no more words for you, bro. You're a sucker, man. Straight BS, man. Straight BS. And for all my Saints fans, for all my New Orleans people who still like your ass just because they want to win games, y'all right with them. You understand? Drew Brees, you're a sucker. You're going to be a sucker. You understand? Punk, man. I'm going to just get straight to it.
And I think, what Ed Reed said there, that a lot of players are feeling that way right now. You're just like, we'll probably end up, maybe having to play alongside you, but just lost a lot of respect for just kind of not appreciating the context of what's going on. So Drew Brees is definitely have to deal with that for a while, the fallout from that. It's just kind of really, really bad timing. And like we were saying, reading of the room, should we say, from Drew Brees. Unfortunately, putting that comment out there.
Yeah, I mean, a few of his teammates have kind of come out and spoken about it already. I did see, I believe it was Alvin Kamara said, I've talked with Drew Brees about it. I'm working past it. Obviously, he doesn't speak for all of his teammates, but again, that's something that we'll see how that plays out. I mean, It's
Yeah.
it's very unfortunate. Drew Brees certainly entitled to his opinion, but definitely read the room, know the context of what you're answering, and sometimes there's a good time to not say anything at all.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, and Will gives us an update. The Ron Jeremy mustache had a good run. Hashtag end of an era. So make sure to use the hashtag end of an era when referring to the mustache on all social media platforms. Please, let's get it trending. Please.
Of course.
We got a couple minutes left here. I know we've been kind of just sort of looking on the bright side as far as what sporting events are going on the weekends, trying to make the most of it. We got NASCAR. We are the iRacing show of record, transitioning into being a NASCAR show of some repute. We got UFC 250 this weekend, which Tyler had a couple little points on. I wanted to make, we don't have that much time, but Tyler, just kind of maybe give us a quick rundown of what you're looking forward to at 250.
Yeah, so the what I'm really looking forward to is kind of the bantamweight division playing out. There's 3 bantamweight fights. None of them are the main event, but 3 bantamweight fights that are going to come out, including Aljamain Sterling, who is currently the number 2 ranked fighter, taking on Corey Sandhagen. Of course, main event going to be the women's 145-pound title, Amanda Nunes and Felicia Spencer. Nunes is going to be a heavy favorite. I mean, I like Spencer. She's tough. She proved that in her fight against Cyborg. But Nunes is just on a whole other level, to the point where a lot of pundits are putting her in the, not just as the number 1 women's pound-for-pound fighter, but they're putting her up top, like top 4 in just overall pound-for-pound.
Pound-for-pound, yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be a big upset if Spencer wins. I don't think she'll do it, but you never know. Fighting's weird, but definitely looking forward to that fight tomorrow.
And real quick, we do have a confirmed first event that will take place on Fight Island.
Yes, yeah. July 25th, Bobby Knuckles, Robert Whitaker taking on Darren Till on Fight Island, as I'm calling it, the Battle of the Blokes or the Battle of the Lads. I'm excited for that fight. Again, it's going to be Fight Island, so you got to be hyped for that. Plus 2 just really exciting fighters that are just going to throw and just beat the crap out of each other. So got to be excited for that.
We want Fight Island. We must have Fight Island.
Finally getting it.
Yes. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to Will, a.k.a. Dick, a.k.a. Richard, for calling in on the Celebrity Hotline. Thank you to John and Tanaya. Thank you guys for watching. We're getting damn close to 6,000 views.
Crazy.
Couldn't do it without you guys. Obviously, I can only rewatch it a few times and get the view numbers up myself. So thank you guys. Keep watching. We'll try to make this as fun and interactive for you guys as possible. And Tyler, what do you got for us as we head into the weekend?
So stick around. We got the 8 p.m. Howl. It'll be kicking off right now on the network, followed by Book Club for TV. But as always, have a good weekend and keep the fire.
Keep the fire.